What are the pathways to becoming an orientation and mobility specialist? O&M as a service is specifically in the Department of Education when you're going through a university program. So a lot of times if you're a first career person, then you're going through like your normal university programs and you might stumble upon this. You might have been in special ed and just move on over, or you might find this as a first career. It's not the most typical, but it does happen. And so when you are in your university programs, if you are there for a bachelor program, there is actually one in the United States, one that does a bachelor program. The rest are all grad programs. Some of them you're going to take all of the orientation and mobility classes and get a full degree, a master's degree, and some of them offer the ability just to take grad classes and get grad credits and not have to go for your master's. You can also become an orientation and mobility specialist through like a vocational avenue if you're working at a rehab center, a vocational rehabilitation center, or somewhere like that. And typically those orientation and mobility specialists are working with adults and they're using what's called structured discovery. Now, structured discovery is just a way of teaching that puts more of the emphasis on figuring things out on the learner because they're working with adults, right? So it makes a little bit more sense. They use a lot of Socratic reasoning and questioning to help the adult learner ask themselves a bunch of questions. Where if you are working through the university program, you might be taught a little bit more of structured skills and like step 1, step 2, step 3. There are actually 2 separate accreditations as well. The Academy for Certified Vision Education Professionals, ACVREP, holds the Certified O&M Specialist, the COMS certification, and they certify birth through death, and they are now worldwide. This is the most prominent certification that you can get as an orientation and mobility specialist. The other certification is the NOMC certification, the National O&M certification, and that one is through the vocational rehabilitation pathway, and that is certified through the National Blindness Certification Board. That's the one that's going to be through structured discovery.